Buenos dias. All right, so this is your third assignment in our week of doing distant learning, and this is really for March 30th to April 3rd. It's going to be due the Monday, really after spring break. So the previous 2 weeks, guys, we have done practices and activities with clothing and weather seasons, and so we're going to pull that back in, but I also wanted to remind you of some Spanish grammar that we learned before we got out of school. Okay, so what we're going to quickly do is go through our Spanish review things with conjugating verbs. Remember, that's where we're changing who is doing the action. And we hopefully remember that the order of our verbs always goes I, you, he, she, we, you, all, they. And we don't want to forget that you formal is really on the he, she line as well as it. Okay, so I, you, he, she, we, you, all, they. Every verb always follows that order when we conjugate it. We also had learned about subject pronouns. Those are those words, yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Those are optional, like a sticker on the car. And I didn't want you to forget this wonderful song we've had, guys. So here's that subject pronoun song.
Yo is I, you is you, L and A and she. Usted is you, more formally. Nosotros put me free. Ustedes is y'all the sudden day. Vosotros is y'all that just in Spain. Ellos and ellas put me they. And that will bring us back to yo.
Okay, and so after we have our subject pronouns, remember, we don't have to use them. We talked about our AR verb endings, and this is where we want to take off the AR, and in its place, we're going to put the O, as, a, amos, an.
Mi gente, reggae style. Tú sabes. Now fuimos. Come on.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Come on.
Okay, and you should remember, drop the AR, that goes in its place. The yo right here is totally optional, but the O at the back of my verb is telling me who is doing the action, and that is going to be I. Okay, so that's a quick review of that stuff. All right, so what we're going to then do is we have our verb llevar, and llevar means to wear. Technically, llevar can also mean to carry. So if I was carrying my purse or something, I could use this. So double L's, we know, make a Y sound. You are welcome to do the V as in victory, or you could pronounce it B as in boy. So llevar is to wear. So if we chop off the ending, we put the O, as, a, amos, an. Our verb forms are going to be llevo, llevas, lleva, llevamos, llevan. Okay? And I want you guys to remember that present tense could mean that I wear. So I wear coats when it's cold. It could be I do wear earrings very often. Or it could be I'm wearing. So like right now I'm wearing a sweatshirt because it's cold today. All right, so llevo, llevas, lleva, llevamos, llevan. All right, so if the students were wearing sweatshirts, los estudiantes, would that be I, you, he, she, we, you, all, they? That doesn't mean they, so we could say los estudiantes llevan sudaderas. See? And if you have el chico is the boy. Is he going to go into the I, you, he, she, we, you, all, they form? El chico would be the he form, so that'd be el chico lleva. So I could say el chico lleva una camiseta azul, pantalones azules, y zapatos blancos. And notice how when I was describing the shirt, camiseta azul, azul is singular, the color blue, because shirt is singular as well. If I'm describing his pants, pantalones azules, because pants is plural, so that triggers azules. And same thing with zapatos, zapatos blancos. Okay, so it's plural and it's masculine. And if we go to la chica lleva un suéter, es un suéter grande. Lleva una falda roja. Okay, so falda being feminine, that's going to pull roja. Y lleva zapatos blancos. Okay. All right. How would you describe what Senora Tosh is wearing? Think about it. Lleva una camiseta amarilla. Lleva pantalones azules. Lleva calcetines multicolor. Y lleva zapatos de tenis grises. Okay. Y Señora Marth lleva lentes, or you could even say anteojos. Lleva una camiseta rosada. Lleva pantalones azules. Y lleva zapatos negros. Y aquí estoy yo. Yo llevo una camisa verde, pantalones azules, y sandalias cafés. See? Okay, so here is your assignment. On a Google Doc or in an email, either way, you're going to have 15 of these total. Okay, so for the first thing, you're going to complete the sentence with clothing words that make sense. So example, cuando hace fresco, llevo. So if you go back to your weather notes, hace fresco is when it's cool. So cuando hace fresco, llevo un suéter. That would make total sense. So when you type these up, the first 5, I would like for you to do the full thing that I have in red. So you're going to repeat. Cuando hace frío, llevo. Put on a clothing word that makes sense. Cuando hace sol, llevo. Something that makes sense. And go through there. Okay? So those are your first 5 questions for this assignment. Your next 5, it's going to be on that same Google Doc or email. You're going to write the English meaning of these Spanish sentences. So if number 6 said llevo un abrigo, you could write it as I'm wearing a coat. You could say I do wear a coat. I wear a coat. Something like that. I wear a coat. So so your brains can remember the way these sound. So nosotros llevamos unas camisetas blancas. Ella lleva un vestido negro. Yo no llevo un reloj. Ellos llevan zapatos de tenis en la clase de educación física. ¿Llevas una camisa o un suéter? Okay, so that would be 6 through 10. And your final 5, on that same Google Doc or email, write 5 clothing color items. So try to remember our grammar rules. You would have your object and then your color comes afterwards. You would want to make sure you're matching your colors up. If you have a feminine word like blusa, then that would pull blanca. Or if you had something plural like zapatos, that would pull negros. So if you look at my 2 red examples, blue pants, you would type up blue pants and that would be pantalones azules. You don't have to do the underline. And example for like a white skirt is falda blanca. So this is just 5 clothing words plus colors. You could even put llevo at the front if you wanted to say something that you're currently wearing. And that is your assignment. I hope you have a great spring break, guys. If you have any questions, please email me. And we're still waiting to find out how your grades are going to be completed for 9th through 11th graders. For all of you who are going on to take Spanish 2, you definitely want to make sure you're completing these Spanish 1 assignments because we're getting prepared for what material that we will need to know in Spanish 2. All right, take care. Adios.